I remember that heat that I had with him, and you know, he had priority, and he was paddling up this like 8-foot bomb, and it was right on the can of the drop off, and he could have maybe swung around like, but he didn't. He just went, ah, it's yours. And when I came in, he gave me the biggest hug, and I miss him dearly.
Winning the bell was so memorable. I vividly remember just that this set coming, and I needed like a 7 or something, and an absolute wave of the day came, and there was like a couple of minutes left, and I just heard the crowd on the cliff just roaring, like I knew this set was coming, and I was just like, the most pressure you could ever have on yourself. It's just like, oh my God, the wave's coming, you know, to give me that bell. You know, like it's here, it's just laid out on silver platter for me. And I just remember paddling into this thing, and I just heard everyone roaring, and then everything just went silent. And I just remember riding this wave, and it was such a good wave. I only had to ride it, and about 3 turns in, I knew I'd had a 7, and I just remember just going for my 4th turn and just putting that extra bit on it, and I just remember the feeling of just like, this is the wave, this is the winning wave. And I just came in and got washed up the beach, and I hadn't even read out the score, and people came and grabbed me and picked me up, and just knew it was on. And yeah, that was it. They read out the score and got to claim it, and got to hold up that bell shortly after. So it was a pretty special feeling, just the way it all unfolded, and I'll never forget it.
And you know, I was lucky to make it alley-oop. I just sort of threw a Hail Mary, to be honest with you.
Oh, that was really emotional. You know, I just took a real good moment. I didn't even, if a set came, it probably would have just taken me out. So I was just looking at the beach and looking at the stands, looking at the beach, looking at the cliffs. It was just a real magical moment, and you know, I was so honoured to just be out there and get a different perspective of people just having a good time.
But you know, Mick had a great final. His big one let him really unleash on the face, and had he finished it, you know, I guess they would have thrown him a 10. Mick really had a stranglehold on it there, and you know, I was playing catch up, and so I started kind of playing with a few smaller waves, and you know, I got that big air reverse, and you know, it's probably about the highest air I've ever landed, and so I got myself right back in it there.
Yeah, I saw every part of it, except the landing, but I heard the crowd. You know, that's what you come to expect. You know, when you go up against Kelly, you got to bring your A game, and you know, or A+ game.